my Memorial Day memorial of all the fallen, and it's why America is so great and so hated. So you go back over 250 years, and there was an empire, the British Empire, which was the biggest empire on earth, really. It had over 500 ships. It controlled literally the oceans. It had the, matter of fact, you could even go to England and go on board the HMS Victory. A huge ship. Something to over 100 and some guns, 200 guns. And one Boston morning, a lot of patriots woke up and they went out to their windows and they saw 500 ships in the Boston Harbor. And you're thinking to yourself, okay, now what am I going to do? So a ragtag army under General Washington, which nobody liked. Nobody thought he was a good general. Nobody thought he was going to be able to do a good job. They basically misunderstood him from the beginning. Okay, because he was a genius at what he did. And so he took this ragtag army and he created the Continental Army. And that army not only defeated the British, yeah, just leave me alone, would you, for a second? The British Army, but Cornwallis had to surrender at Yorktown, which never happened. It was the largest military, basically was beaten by a Continental Army with no money, no army, or no soldiers, no clothing. It was so bad in 1776 at Valley Forge that George Washington is like, what am I doing? And he went out and prayed. And you can see that picture everywhere. And then you jump to 1812. The British Empire said, let's do this again. Let's take over America again. And they got all the way to the White House. They burnt the White House. And then a huge tornado came into Washington that literally drove the British away. Nobody ever talks about that because it's too what do you want to say? It's too spiritual. And then you jump over 50 years, you get to the War of 18, or the Civil War. So America was splitting itself together, or splitting itself apart. You had slavery, you had non-slavery. The North was free, the South was slavery. And in less than 3 years, it was over. Then you had your 1800s, your expansions, the Spanish-American War, little things, not very big, little things. And this is where a lot of people will say, well, Bryan, America's colonialism, it's Monroe Doctrine, it's control of the, well, you know what? They didn't want any wars, okay? And then you got the war of, World War I. All the guys that went to World War I. You had the British, the French, everybody was fighting over there. Nothing was happening. They were in their trenches and just killing and killing and killing. Nothing happened. And then all of a sudden, guess what happened? The Americans came in. You had Pershing said, you know what? Enough's enough. We're going to end this war. We're going to end it now. And you know what they did? They did. They ended it. And we all went home. Now, the only problem was America wasn't allowed to control what's going to happen. They didn't rebuild Germany. Germany fell into chaos. And then you had Hitler. An ex-World War I private, corporal, basically a private, becomes the Chancellor of Germany. Now, here we go again. Another dictator, another pompous putz head. I'm going to take over the world. Well, that's not going to go very well. And America says, you know, we're kind of neutral. We've already had enough wars. We're tired of wars. We just want to be, you know, have peace. And then what happened? Well, you bombed Pearl Harbor. Well, that was a bad idea. Now you just woken the sleepy giant. The guy was just laying in his bed, just relaxing. And now all of a sudden, just like this morning at 1:30, all of a sudden I'm sleeping, I'm just relaxing. And all of a sudden my grandson comes in. Grandpa, the bed's wet. I said, well, how did that happen? Well, I drank too much water. Oh, really? Okay, so the giant gets out of bed, gets the bed all made, gets Mason into bed, gets new clothes on him, tucks him into a nice warm bed, gives him a kiss, says, good night, Mason. So Mason goes to bed. So the sleeping giant gets woken in World War II. Not only does it wake, but it literally mobilizes every industry in the United States to an extent that we were shipping out more product than we could possibly make, okay, or use, which we didn't. We ended up selling half of it after the war as military surplus. We literally we were literally creating aircraft that were never going to be used in the war, but we were outproducing Germany over 7-1. And then the war's over. All the guys just want to go home and have babies. And that's what happened to the middle class. That's what happened to America. All the guys came home. My dad had 6 kids. Just about every other guy had 6 kids. And that's how we had the baby boomers. Okay? And we just wanted to be peaceful. And then we get lazy, fat. Okay? And then some idiot decides to flow some airplanes into the Twin Towers. Now we can debate on why that happened and all blah, blah, blah. But you know what? That was a bad idea. You just don't want to piss off the giant. You want to keep him in his bed. It's like you don't want to poke the bear. You don't want to keep poking him. Sooner or later, he's going to get up and say, you know what? Enough's this. And he's going to swat you like a fly. Now, a lot of people can say, well, Bryan, America, pushes it, weights around. You know what? Yeah, okay, fine. It pushes it this, pushes it that. But you know what? For the last 80 years, we haven't had a world war. We've had conflicts. We had little things here and there. But you know what? It's over in a pretty couple times. Everybody wants to complain, You know what? People have no idea what World War II was like. I don't even know what World War II was like. But I know what my dad said, my stepdad, even my dad. It was a global effort, okay? America went 100% into World War II. There was no complaining. There was no crying, okay? There was no upset when 50,000 soldiers would die. It was 100% commitment to World War II. And you know what we did? We annihilated Germany. We annihilated Japan. And you know what we did? We rebuilt them all after. And you know what? Now they're our friends. Now, sometimes we'll have skirmishes and squabbles. But you know what? Nobody wants to go to war with us. Because when you go to war with the sleeping giant, you end up regretting it later. And that's what we remember. We remember all the guys fallen. Mac J. Miller goes into the military when he's 18. Gets shot by a bullet in the island of Petlu. Okay, comes back home, gets married, has 3 kids. Then marries my mom, that had 6. He lived a great life. He died 4 years ago, 96 years old, World War II veteran. You got them all over the place. Every one of you either have a father or a person that's in the military, okay? And we remember them today. We remember everything they did, the sacrifice they did, the time they spent, okay? I didn't need to go in the military for 8 years, but I did, or 10 years. I did because I wanted to. I thought it was exciting. Now, did I participate in a war? Well, in a silent war, the Cold War. I was on a submarine for 3 months at a time. What, Connor? Okay, it's right over there. No, right. Go through this gate down here. Hey, open the gate for Connor. He has to go to the bathroom. Hurry up, quick. You got to go faster than that. Hold on, Connor. Wait. Hurry up, Cameron. So that's what Memorial Day is about. We remember those who fought. We remember those who died. Not necessarily those who fought, but those who died. It's a memorial of of what they committed to. All the guys that landed on Omaha, all the guys that landed on Iwo Jima, okay, they all landed. Some of them didn't come home, but they wanted to keep freedom alive, and that's what it's all about: freedom. Do you want to have freedom? It's like last night I was eating a s'more. That's what it's all about. I'm just sitting here in a nice, peaceful campground with my grandkids. What's wrong with that? Why doesn't everybody want that? Why does everybody want to go to war? Why does everybody want to just go to war? What, do they got a problem or something? You got some mental issue in your head? Why anybody thinks that's a good idea? Now, yeah, we could have a strong defense. We could be ready in case somebody wants to pick on us. Yeah, but you know what? Let's be honest, okay? Memorial Day is to remembering those who fought and died. More of those who died, not more than fought. That's what Veterans Day is. Memorial Day is remembering the dead. Remember those who fought and died. The guys that were on the Arizona, the USS Arizona, as those bombers were coming to fly in, they had no idea what was going to happen. They woke up that morning and thought, well, this is going to be another Sunday morning. All of a sudden, the Japanese bombers start scraping the ship. All of a sudden, within an hour, that the USS Arizona is at the bottom of the ocean, or the bay, along with about 1,000 guys. Average day. Then midway, we decoded the Japanese. They knew we knew they were coming. We were ready for them. Then you have Omaha, Juneau. You have all the beaches in France. The largest military invasion in history. D-Day, the largest in military history. We formed millions of ammo, ships, guns, airplanes for the largest assault. And a lot of guys walked on that beach but never came off it. They walked on the beach, and that was the last place they stood. Is in Normandy. And we want to remember them all the time. We want to never forget what they gave us. 9/11, average people just going to work. Firemen halfway up the towers, and all of a sudden they collapse. Just an average day. An average day. That's what we remember. We memorialize those that have given the absolute ultimate sacrifice. That's what it's all about. So I can sit here and watch my grandkids, my kids, and my cousin swim in the water. Well, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. Why can't everybody just come down here and let's go camping? You know, it's kind of like I'd like to just, all these people, all these dictators, Kim Jong-un and all these Xi and everything, just take them to a campground, just sit around with them. What's the problem? Why do you have to have so much control over it? Just let people be free. What is your problem? It's really like, even in our country, we have so many people that want to control everything that we do. Give me a break. There's one thing that Americans really love, and we really get upset when it gets taken away, and that's our freedom. It's like Thomas Jefferson quoted once. He said, "When you sacrifice safety for security, you deserve neither." And that's what we have to understand. Well, I wanted to just give you my Memorial Day monologue. A lot of people are pulling out today. So far, I have had a 9 out of 10 experience this weekend. It hasn't gone fast. It hasn't gone slow. It's gone just absolutely perfect. Ryan sold a mattress yesterday. Okay, he's not depressed anymore. Ryan is so funny. I'll have to do a special one on Ryan because he's funny. So anyways, I'm here with the grandkids. We got Connor over here. I'll show you guys. Connor's over there swimming. Connor, wave. Connor. Connor, wave. And there's Connor over there. Dad, Frank, get him off your shoulder. Here we got the boys over there. We got David there. We got Mason and Connor. We got Connor over there talking with a girl. That's good. He's finally having fun. That's important. We got the other three guys right here. The temperature is 63, but the pool is heated. The pool is heated, so we have a nice warmth. I can't read the messages because my screen is really black. Let me see if I can change. For some reason, I can't change the color of the screen. It goes dark. It's very dark. I don't know why it does that. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching this rant of mine. It's not a rant. It's just a memorial of this country. And America is not great because it's America. It's because it has Canadians, it has Spaniards, it has Brazilians, it has Venezuelan, it has Mexicans, it has Germans, Italians, Greek. I met a couple Polish people that live in Indiana, Dyersville. It's got every country on earth. We all live together in one country. We try to speak the same language and we flourish. That's why America is great. You could have your culture, I don't care. But we flourish as a country because we're one together. We have Germans, we have the Greeks. Stop it! So, I want to thank everybody for watching the live stream today. And we're going to do another live stream. Ryan's going to get another live stream for 3 o'clock. I'm going to do match rockets. I'm going to show you how to make match rockets. All right? So we've done 2 live streams today. This one's about 17 minutes. Make sure you share. Did you touch him? Did you touch him? Out of the pool right now. Out of the pool right now. Out of the pool right now. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now stand right there. Don't move. Unbelievable. I have to push the button. Frankie was picking on Connor. Frankie, why are you standing there? Oh, you didn't pick on him? Ah, see, that's it. No, because you were trying to grab him. Watch out. Out of the way. What? What's wrong? He what?
He said that Frankie.
Yeah, I know. Frankie was picking on him.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, that's why I got him standing right there.
Making sure it wasn't my idea.
Oh no, he's having fun with your daughter. Is that your daughter? Yeah, at least he's having fun. That's important. Okay, guys, we will see you later at 3 o'clock. Match rocket. Make sure Ryan gets that match rocket and get a good AI picture of rockets with a match and call it match rockets.